It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Seattle. It's the Lions and the Seahawks under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. That's taken on the 25. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Harvey. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're going to bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Graves. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll run. It's Henry. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team from 28 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Rodriguez. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On 2nd down now, it's Rodriguez. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rodriguez. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Rodriguez. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Second and 9 now. Over the middle, complete. That's Bates. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Zimmerman. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the Battle of the Sea. He will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graves. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. A third down gain of 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bates.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Henry up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. And they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On second down now, it's Rodriguez. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harvey.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Back to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
from 10 yards out as they have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman.
2nd and 8 coming up.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Bates.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Zimmerman.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st down, Zimmerman.
He's got it to the 43 here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Henry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Zimmerman, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd down, it's Rodriguez.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Looking to throw.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rodriguez.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Zimmerman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw here.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
the middle they go. Zimmerman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He finds his man complete. It's Harvey. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down 13-6, a minute 54 on the clock. He's back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bates. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Over the middle complete. That's Zimmerman.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And he gets this to Thornton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that with an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On second down, it's Rodriguez. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
A nice start for them here to overtime. And maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bates. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And fortunately he's able to reel it back in, but it's That's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down now, it's Rodriguez. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Well, this is caught by Williams.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 2nd down, it's Zimmerman. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Zimmerman.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year.
Second and 4.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now back to throw.
And that's caught by Williams. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. That gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won now, and they beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up a throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Well, 1 OT wasn't enough. We better make it 2 to determine who advances to the Super Bowl. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This now in field goal range. It's a question of when you want to try it. Here's first down. Now a handoff to Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.